I'm standing here with the lovely Ivonna Cadaver, who is a horror hostess not like many others. She stands alone and a little taller than me because we're actually on a ramp.
Yes, we are.
But that way we can see what's going on behind us. So this is really a pretty awesome event. First time in Akron that they're having this kind of convention. And we're so glad you're here. Thanks for coming.
It's my pleasure. I'm so happy to be here. I'm happy to see old friends and new friends and meet new friends.
That's right, because in the Akron area, Ivonna had a show on one of the stations around here for a while, and it was called Macabre Theater. Is it still called that?
It still is called Macabre Theater, yes.
Awesome. She kind of disappeared from view for a while, but just like when the sun comes up and the darkness goes away, so did Ivonna Cadaver for a while. But right now, she's back, and she's back not just with a vengeance, she's back with a better show.
I love it. First of all, I'm having a blast, and it's fun, and I'm on a new network called U2 America, and they're the first social interactive network.
Isn't it Y-O-O-T-O-O?
It is. It's Y-O-U-T-O-O America.
Yeah.
And so it's the first social interactive network that's ever been created. It's kind of like Facebook meets broadcasting cable. It's in 210 markets across the country. And so every Saturday night, my show airs Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But what I love is like tonight, it's Saturday, we're here at Monster Fest Mania. Tonight I'll be live tweeting with all the audience.
That's awesome.
It's fun. It's fun. And then we get on and we periscope, and I did some periscoping yesterday. And so it's very social media interactive, but with the cable and broadcast still there. So that's awesome for me. I love it. I love it. So
the way technology's changed is just amazing, because being able to do this like that, it's not really been done since, when television first started, it was kind of a live thing, but the tweeting thing and everything else that went along with it, not happening, but now.
Yeah, and what's great with U2 America is now you can, we're combining those two things, so I think social media is so important. But then taking that social media and then interacting on a broadcast and cable television show, it's fun and it works.
How long have you been doing Macabre Theater?
We released Macabre Theater in 2002 on KDOC, which is Channel 56 in Los Angeles. So it was LA's biggest independent, and so since 2002. And I signed with U2 America October the 4th of 2014.
Wow.
Yeah, so last year was all about the show's based out of Los Angeles. Last year was all about, getting back out on the red carpets and interviewing, the celebrities and the directors and the producers of the genre that we're in, because let's face it, horror has never been bigger and it's never been better.
It seems to be on every channel.
Yeah, we've got The Walking Dead, we've got The Preacher, we've got American Horror Story, we've got all these amazing, the resurgence of horror is just, it's there.
Yeah.
And movies. So I'm out, last year I was out doing all these red carpets and interviewing all the stars in the genre and shooting a lot of content. And also, we talked a little earlier today about, I also do like the Mayhem Festival, Rock Festival, and with Slayer and King Diamond and Insight with Richie Cavallari, who's Max Cavallari's son, and the Ronnie James Dio 5th Year Remembrance with Jack Black. And so I think that's good, because I think it's the same genre. The same demographic.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's people that want to have fun. We all like to dress in black. Some of us have shirts that look like this. Some look like this. And others are wearing t-shirts. But regardless, we're all fans.
Yes.
And we're all a part of things like this because, well, this is kind of what we grew up with.
Absolutely. And that's why this year it's so much fun. Last year was all about being in Los Angeles and getting that content. This year it's about getting on the road and being back out in Akron and going, all over the country and sharing. So I'm so excited to be here.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Monster Fest Mania, so fun.
So, Ivonna Cadaver, well, I know that your real name, if I can go ahead and say it.
Of course.
Natalie Popovich. And she looks like a Natalie, but she also looks like an Ivonna. And I really am kind of curious. How did Ivonna become Ivonna?
Well, I met Butch Patrick, a.k.a. Eddie Munster from the Munsters, and of course he co-hosts the show with me. And we just felt that we had, when we met, we thought, what a great idea to kind of get together and do this show out of Grandpa's dungeon, and at 1313 Mockingbird Lane. Not really. We called it 1313 Theater, but at any rate, so that's how it kind of evolved. Ivonna and Butch and Eddie got along famously.
So is Butch still part of what's going on with you?
Well, Butch is now in Missouri. He just bought a home in Missouri that's actually haunted.
Really?
Yes, and so they're turning it into kind of, they might be even turning it into a television show.
Well, that'd be fun.
Yeah. So, but at the moment, they're doing the restoration, some restorations on it, but that house is haunted.
Be like a good creepy home improvement show.
For sure. Yeah, that home is haunted.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So that's where he's at, Missouri.
There's been times where watching Ivonna over the years, one of the things I really admired about her was it wasn't a situation where she was a huge character with some kind of weird accent that was hard to understand and hard to maintain. You are you. You're basically just a really cool person with a really good attitude.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a fan of the genre. A lot of the movies that had never been played, I wanted to kind of get on broadcast, which was like Dario Argento's Suspiria, and
wow.
We didn't do Suspiria. We did some of his films and Mario Bava films. I like the Italian horror films, and now doing some of the independent horror films. So I'm a fan of the genre. I love the genre. So yeah, it's just me, and it's real, and it's fun. And
there's been times where I know that people have looked at, I've been around and seen someone look and go, oh look, it's Elvira, and that Mistress of the Dark is a totally different person. And I'm not really sure. How do you feel about being compared to Elvira? Was she any kind of a inspiration or just any kind of an idea?
Well, I think that she is certainly an icon in the genre.
Yeah.
And she's had an amazing career, and she's she's just been doing it for so long. And there's there was one Vampira, there's one Elvira, and there's one Ivonna, and to have that amount of success would be amazing, So I think that
you're part of a grand legacy.
For me, I just doing my thing, But when I'm asked about Elvira, I say, she's an icon in that genre,
yeah.
and that's fantastic. That's amazing.
One is just as good as the other, except they're totally different, and that's what makes this whole thing work for everyone. Because even our show, the Weirdness Really Bad Movie, not like some of the other shows, not like your show, but the best part is we're all friends, and we have opportunities to work together and do things together, and we're looking forward to doing some stuff with you and maybe help you along, and maybe you can help us just have a good time.
Yeah, I love it. The thing, I saw what you guys do. I love what you do, and it's similar with Macabre Theater. I like to get out on location. I like to get out there, at these red carpets, because that's the viewers want to see that, or they want to see behind the scenes stuff. They want to see the special effects guys. I've interviewed Rick Baker, who's like 8-time Oscar award winner now, and to me, we know he's a genius, but those are the things that the fans find interesting. And you're right, everybody's kind of got their niche, but getting out on location and doing something is what I love to do.
Well, welcome back to Akron and to the first of these conventions. There will be many, many times. We hope you return as soon as you possibly can.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm happy to have met you, and can't wait to do whatever you want to do. We'll do that. We'll do the weirdness, really bad movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
That's what we're gonna do.
And speaking of the Weirdness Really Bad Movie, we'll be back.